Hello friend and welcome back once again to Gary Grigsby's War in the East, where I'm playing once again the Stalingrad to Berlin campaign now. This is a special bonus episode brought to you by my Patreon supporter, Thomas Lauchlin. And with that said, let's quickly take a look at what we can still do possibly during this turn. So basically, I think almost everything has been done, but I still need to take a little bit of a peek here. You guys there, you guys there. I'm quite sure that... yeah, let's do that. These guys will stay in Kalinin, at least for another turn. Moving them around, not necessarily the most useful. I do have these two tanks. They can stay on refit for the moment, definitely. To be honest, let's actually get them into Rzhev. There we go. You should be on a refit. All these guys can stay pretty much the same. Just like this is looking fine too. Encircling Moscow like this. We'll see what eventually comes to that. You cannot move. That's all fine. 4th Army moving up into Gorlovo. We have one problem, that's that there's this one corps of these guys on this side, but I guess more of these units should be moving into that direction. We'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, those guys will stay there. I've taken care of all that stuff. This has been taken care of. I've moved up everything. Somehow I can't remember whether I actually... Okay, so indeed, which fronts I already did. Like, I feel like there's very little that I have to do, but I can't remember which things. Okay, so we got these guys, and there's the 2nd Army. Where is it? It's actually out here, literally. Let's move around and actually take some of those hexes still. Alright. 7th Corps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's not gonna work. At least not now. But... alright, let's just put them under the... nope. Crap. I'll change that soon enough. It's beautiful. Some grapes. I'm feeling relatively confident that these guys were already cut off before. Yep. Let's just see if there's more to it. I guess not here, since I've taken this hex and then that. So there's most likely one more unit up there, but I don't feel comfortable attacking there already this turn. Okay, so I did all of that. I cannot move either of those. And I didn't want to move too much forward there, so that's okay now. I have you under the 2nd Hungarian Army. Let's make sure that at least each Corps is doing well enough, so I can give something away to the 8th. As little as possible because of the lack of support units. But to be honest, by this stage, I have no motivation to change that up anymore. Let's keep going. And move you out. Yeah. Refitting is not going to help, but that's fine. Alright, 2 units that are ready. I am quite pleased there. So let's send these a little bit further. I might need to pocket this. We'll see. They should stay there. Let's move you in there. Or, yeah, can't change it now. They should stay in there. These can now keep moving again. Ooh, 30. I know the movement is a bit weird, but why can you... Oh yeah, I just repaired that. I see. Okay. Let's get them there. These guys will stay like this. Tanks don't have any ability to keep moving either. But let's move at least some of these like that. Just have a little bit more over on that side. We'll see how this goes. It will likely not hold, but that is fine. Then you guys can just clear that out. I still have these units. And if they attack, I'll just be in serious trouble with those guys, and I'll just move back 1 hex. I really don't think it will, or I'll just move back a bit. I really don't think it's a good idea to try to actually engage the enemy here. Even these guys might actually just rout them, so I'll take a step back. These guys got anything? These guys got anything? These guys. Oh. Alright, I think that will be it. I will actually move Army Group A into Armavir. Are these two? At least 4th Romanian is doing well here. They can be taken off of refit. And on the rail. They do have to stay on it, that's fine. Let's take a look at any other rail-worthy units. You're railing out again. You will not be having access to this anyway, so I might just as well try to go around and start working on that rail line from Borisovgelsk. I think. Okay, I have these here. Now, I actually want to get all this artillery over to the Kempf Detachment Army. And there are a few other things that are under OKH control. Let's see what those things are. So there's this Hungarian Light Division. And a Romanian Cavalry Division. Go through Dnipropetrovsk, and that's likely it. So still something with Luftwaffe Field Division, but I guess that will be fine. I also had some flak. I'm gonna transfer those to Balkans, because we have too little of that in the Balkans. Now they no longer have the support units. Those Luftwaffe Field Corps still need to be assigned. Actually, it'll be fine. I know that I'm not playing completely optimally anymore, but to be honest, I actually think it's very likely we don't even need to do that anymore. And I'm more concerned with, I don't know, just kind of getting things over with here. It, as I said before, it seems like the Soviets no longer have any juice, so we're basically just marching towards victory, and you know, the Soviets are done. They just don't know it yet. It's just interesting to see how far we can ultimately get here, I think. And how much we can reduce the Red Army. How many points it will be possible to take. Given the circumstances, I might actually... Well, I have one more turn, which is March 25th. And I actually, depending on whether they defend Astrakhan or not, and or Grozny, I might... And Tambov, of course. I might even be able to get over the amount of points already at that point, but we'll see. They still have a lot of units in that area. Units to be built, at least. I don't know if they're already ready units. I would actually... Well, I'm not sure whether these units are isolated now. The Soviets certainly do have plenty of supplies in there, but... I'm not sure, I'll have to check. One interesting thing here too is that they are not trying to break out, I suppose. They're just attacking my forces, that's good. If the AI thinks it's more important to try and kill my units than to try and get out of this pocket, would be my guess. I do find their numbers to be very low, so it might indeed be that they're just straight up not getting supplies, but it's not Ryazan, no. Ryazan is there. This is near Stalingrad. I should have zoomed in a little bit, as see anything here. Well, they're still doing plenty of attacks. So they did had that going for them. Still don't really know how these guys getting their or keeping their supplies even. They don't have any airfields in proximity. Maybe this, but then they're not flying stuff. Yeah, okay. Seems like indeed they were able to break both of these by moving the mechanized like that. And also they're having a unit in there, but as I mentioned before, the more disruption I'm causing amongst these units, the less likely it is they'll escape next time again. So... it is altogether not really something that I'm worried about here. Should have taken that depot. Oh, wow. Well, they still have 4 million men, so... it would be weird if they were not be able to put up any kind of offensive. At least for the moment it seems like this lower pocket held, and that's a nice start. It also cuts the Axis ally some slack. Huh. Wow. That's pretty impressive for a cut-off army. They do have 2 core there. Yeah. But we'll see whether they will remain isolated or not. We will see. I'm quite sure they get to keep fighting for quite a while. I do think Moscow will no longer be producing supplies because it should lose its ability as a national supply hex. At that point, they seem to not have broken through at Moscow here. The place with the highest amount of supplies seems to be Vladimir here. This the fact that they don't have any green supplies here, which I have no clue what they are, does suggest to me that they did not receive supplies last turn. There's also very little of the red supply. I don't know what each color is. I kind of assume that black is ammunition or regular supplies. Yeah, sure. Really sucks that they were still able to move. Please don't get out of that pocket. Okay. All of these is just one hex. Well, they're not moving anymore, so... Let's see, they're dumping supplies in there, but that's fine. It even remained at 2 hex encirclement. I'm pretty impressed at that. Well, let's see if we can get the prerequisite amount of points. I guess even if I do, I might not actually go for it immediately because, like I said, I want to see how far I can get, and I just hope it doesn't take too long to go through those other 3 months. I don't know. I mean, I guess it shouldn't. Although there's still plenty of fighting to do. I actually wonder if the Russians would have surrendered by this time, whether they would like try to really quickly send troops to Africa, or whether they would still give it up. They might actually give it up, but then try harder with Sicily against the Allies, if they even would invade. That also would be a pretty interesting scenario, I think. How would the Allies fare without the Russians? Kind of like a World War I situation, where the Russians were, you know, out for the count. I really sometimes do wonder if the Germans, instead of trying to push for more and more offensives, just try to only defend after defeating Russia, whether it would have ended that badly for them, or whether eventually they would have settled into peace with the Allies, because the costs would be too great. Like if they actually tried to go for defense instead of attack too, which led them once again to horrendous losses. But, well, could never be sure. It sure is interesting though, because the biggest problem that the Germans had back then, of course, also was food. And I think that with at least a significant part of the Ukraine being under German control, they might have been able to ship in a lot of foodstuffs from the other, from those countries. Obviously, they had a lot more issues than just the food. Also, you know, staggering inflation, etc., etc. But Who knows? Anyway, there's just a bunch of raids here. Surge of forces in northern in the northern front for the Soviets. Okay, and we had ground success. That was nice. I don't need no air directives, and the war is kind of done, in especially in the air too. So I don't even have to bother. I'm gonna take a look at the stats, see how poorly it's going for them. I have the Soviets is 3.8 million, so we only have 500,000 troops difference. Hey, what's this? Alright, well, we did get Batumi last time. Let's just continue moving through here, trying to take the hexes. Cannot get into those mound hexes there, so no sense in trying. Let's just at the very least try to get these guys through the mountains. See if I can get an encirclement going for these here, which I might. Now there are forces like this, I think. Well, actually, let's start it back. So first of all, get you into Sukhumi and these guys further along. Yeah, okay, you can go. So let's get 17th Army into Sukhumi for now. It's nice actually that this is working on that rail there. I am happy with that. Moving on a few hexes. Basically I need another mountaineer to get through the mountains proper. I guess I'll just do that. Not only make sure that these guys are cut off, but make sure that I can take all those mountain hexes, and I have time to get to the Tbilisi. I mean, the railroad is not working either, so at that it really shouldn't be a thing. Now, the 17th Army though, they're actually fine even with these mountaineers. Are they still unready? Yes, they are. Okay, I can get them in here now on the refit. Ultimately, I guess I'd want them to go through the mountains, but it's just no chance for now. Let's get that Luftwaffe field division to take those few hexes there too. As it is, I guess I kind of want to use these to scale the lower part of everything around here. Seems like Grozny is indeed empty. Both of these units will basically need to go around all the mountains in order to get there. I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and get them through that road down there, but it'll take quite a bit, so we'll see. Oh, you're just part of the army? Okay. Yeah, as long as I'm eventually getting those guys, we'll be okay. 62, huh? Well, it'll take some time, but we'll get them. Cannot get everything in one go, I suppose. Let's just keep these guys here for clearing these pockets while the rest of 1st Panzer moves along. They do have this. Let's put you guys on their 1st Panzer then for the moment. 1st Panzer now in here. So there are more units on their 1st Panzer army, weirdly enough. Okay. So I'm just, for some reason, they're not under the core. Seems like these are just HQs, though. So I'll just be doing that. At the same time, I can now send these Romanians up. And I will probably do something similar with these 2 mountain units. But we'll see. So far so good, at least, so. That's nice. Okay, this core. So Buka has been killed, sure. Taking Grozny here, nice. Taking Grozny here puts me at 751. Let's protect it. Vasily Churikov, nice, also dead. All these great Russian leaders all dying because their HQs are too exposed. Well, you don't hear me complaining about that. I do want all of these to be put under that core though. And you can't. Okay, well that's fine. Either way, this core is also going to move its forces towards Grozny. And basically I need to get around this and then further down in order to get to Batumi, or not Batumi, sorry, to Baku. Let's actually move you further. Armor fear should be at 2. 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. I want you at a 1, you at a 1 as well. They should be at 4 and 4. Okay, so these are the Romanians that will go last. Let's take a look at these. 15th got reinforcements, so that's good. And we'll have to reorganize those guys. They have some unit there, which is fair enough. Mm. 81, that's great. Means I have another Romanian unit that can effectively get off. Really? Alright, let's just use these. Okay, move in here, please. I'll have to do with you. That's fine. I'm gonna need to work this guy up the rail and then down, so I really need to like clear that stuff there. Can't move. Right. This yeah. I'm not gonna say anything about it. Let's just use these, like, I just want these guys out of the way. I know that wasn't, completely the best way to do it necessarily. Alright, so we know Astrakhan is empty because we got those 2 hexes. Let's just, for now, not take it. And, just push it over the date. I guess. Yeah, why not? That's that. Let's leave the mess in Stalingrad itself for the moment. And Seems like even up here I cannot attack right now. That's okay, I will do that next turn. Okay, there we are. I'll wait here also at least for a turn with these guys, because I think that will not really have a whole lot of an effect to attack now. 38th Corps. There we are. So I did talk about how I want to, at the very least, get these guys over to the other side too. Let's just go through this area though, like that. Good. Take all those hexes, allowing the 30th to keep moving. Depot. Yeah, I have to move up through here in order to get to Rebinsk. That's the first way to reach that area, I suppose. Can't really do it any other fashion. Let's actually see. They are isolated, supposedly. This was the national supply hex, I suppose. Well, they shouldn't really be able to do a whole lot. They did surrender. Okay. So any unit within this area that now dies is also gonna surrender, or it's gonna fall. I'm gonna move out of this area because I don't need to be there. And at the same time, they have a unit in there, even a unit in here. I don't think about it. can surrender actually quite a few units here, which is nice. I guess I should be moving on Gorky. I mean, I was already leaving Moscow far behind. Either which way, so... Cannot move any further? Huh. Well, let's keep you in Vladimir for now. I guess for you guys, though, by this stage, well, I don't want to give up the points. That would be bad. But taking Kostroma at least deprives them of some manpower. So I also wouldn't mind actually going in there. Ultimately. Will I win? 766. So taking Tambov doesn't actually win for me. Well, I didn't want that to win it for me, so I guess that's okay. Do need to clear out the region. I got the other one, so I guess it will be necessary to keep in this position like that, because I cannot go around everything there. I need to clear out the units here as well. Let's use these though. Okay. Guess the Panzer Division will have to do. Why can they not do a hard attack here? They should be able to. They can do it here, but not here. Is it across the river? Yeah. I wonder if I can get it here. Actually, pretty sad. So like that. Haven't cleared the entirety of that region, but oh well. I am now at 3.748 for the Soviets, so there is that. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap things up. I want to thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Special shout out to all my Patreon supporters who made this possible. To make these extra videos. Take care. See you next time, and